So hi everyone, good afternoon. Welcome to our sixth webinar session of ProTalk, and the topic is AIoT and the future of computing. And it's organized by the Mohs10 Technologies. So today we will explore the fascinating world for the IoT and the future of computing, the focusing on how their integration is revolutionizing various industries. I am Subrat, delighted to be your host for the today's session. We have our distinguished speaker, Mr. Prateek Jain, who will shortly share his invaluable insights on the transformative potential of IoT with us. Meet our distinguished speaker, Mr. Prateek Jain. He is the visionary founder of 𝗧𝗿𝗂𝘁𝗃𝗂 and the passionate educator holding an MCA from IIT Roorkee with an impressive at 23 in IIT JAM 2011. With a rich professional background at a semantic religious technology and the glitterist technology, Mr. Jain imparted knowledge to 1,000 through a platform like Unacademy and 𝗙𝗪𝗀𝗃. He also run two highly successful YouTube channel, Prateek Jain Academy and the 𝗧𝗿𝗂𝘁𝗃𝗂, where he continued to inspire and educate countless learners. His dedication to fostering innovation and excellence in technology education makes him a true pioneer in the field. His passion for problem solving, collaboration, and staying at the forefront of technological advancement drive his professional journey. So let's welcome Mr. Prateek Jain as he takes us on a journey through the world of IoT and its transformative potential. Prateek is an esteemed educator who has taught and inspired many students, sharing his deep knowledge and passion from technology. Mr. Prateek, the virtual stage is yours now. Please continue.
Yeah, thank you. And first of all, Subra, thank you very much for inviting me for such a beautiful session. And your introduction was, I think, almost everything you have covered. So in today's session, I will let you know about how future will help us. AI and IoT will help us in covering our future. So let me share my screen first. Can you please enable, because my screen share is right now disabled. So either make it host or please make it enable. Yeah, hello, Subrat.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Yes, Prateek.
Right.
Okay,
Yes,
okay, fine.
right.
Yeah, done. Prateek.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So I hope my screen is visible to you.
Yes, Prateek, visible.
Okay. So first of all, as Subrat already introduced about myself to all of you. So my name is Prateek Jain, and I have done my MCA from IIT Roorkee, and after that I worked in many different companies like Symantec, 𝗧𝗟𝗍𝗂𝗓. After that, I started my own venture under the name of 𝗧𝗿𝗂𝘁𝗃𝗂𝗃, in which we are providing an entrance exam preparation for NIMSET, CUET, GATE, etc. So our today's topic is for artificial intelligence and AI, and how IoT and how both the things are using in our daily life and changing our daily routine behavior. So our plan for today is, first we will understand what is an artificial intelligence, and we will try to explore some of its domain. After that, we will discuss about Internet of Things. The short form is IoT, and in between them, we will try to understand how IoT and artificial intelligence both together combinedly help us in daily changing our life routine, and where we can find that yes, this device is used both IoT and artificial intelligence. So first of all, let's understand artificial intelligence, and I would suggest you to make it interactive session. So I will try to question with you also, so that it will make an interactive session rather than delivering one way only. So if I want to know anything about you, or I want to discuss anything with you, I will give call to anyone. Okay, so you can join with me also. So let's first understand what is an artificial intelligence. An artificial intelligence refers to the computer system capable of performing complex tasks that historically only we a human could do, such as reasoning, making decision, or problem solving. So as we can know that in the past decade, only the humans will be able to do the complex tasks, because only humans have mind. Machine do not have mind, as we all know. It can perform calculation, it can solve any problem, but those problems only be solved if the program is already written how to solve those problems. But the computer is not able to make decision. Computer is not able to understand or analyze things properly if it is a new thing, because if the work is already done by any other program, then only we can solve the problem. Let's say if I want to add two numbers, then it can be done with the help of formula. But if something which cannot be done by the formula, which will need any thinking ability, that was not done by any machine. But what artificial intelligence says us, that yes, machine is also able to learn anything. It can also able to make decisions. It can also able to think or visualize the way we are thinking. So how it can be possible? So we are in today's world, what machine learning says that similar to a small child, whenever there is a small child which comes in our family, he knows nothing. But gradually, as he grows, he's trying to learn many different languages. He's trying to learn different things, objects, and its name, and many things, which we are going to teach him. In a similar manner, machine is also able to learn something. Machine is also able to take decisions, and we are providing many inputs to the machine. So machine will learn by taking inputs. Whenever we have a lot of data, we will give those data to the machine. And after processing those data, machine is learning itself. Machine is trying to learn many things according to our inputs. And after those inputs and performing calculation, he is going to categorize those data. And after categorizing those data, particular output can be produced. It is not always possible that only one type of output will be provided by our machine. Depends on different types of input we will give to the machine. Machine is going to segregate those data in different domain or the different categories. And after that, an output can be produced. So today, the term AI describes a wide range of technology that power many of the services. What do you mean by many of the services? Many of the services means it can be used in different domains. It can be used in medical domain also. It can be used in engineering domain also, or in many other fields. And it's every day, from app that recommended TV shows to the chatbot that provide the customer support in the real time. You know that whenever we are exploring YouTube videos, YouTube is providing the suggestion that this type of videos you may like. How this can be possible? Because YouTube has its own algorithm to analyze that pattern, which type of videos you are liking or which type of videos you are viewing. On the pattern to analyze, after analyzing those patterns, YouTube is recommending those videos to you. If you are watching an educational video, then all the educational videos will be come in your recommendation. If you are watching any comedy videos, then all the comedy videos will come in your recommendation. Or if you are watching any cartoon videos, then all the cartoon videos will come into your recommendation. So how this analysis can be done? So YouTube is taking all the data to its server and it connect those data with your login ID, because whenever you are using your YouTube account, you are logging with your email ID, and your email ID is unique ID for YouTube. So whenever you are logging with another device also, those same recommendation will come to that device also. It doesn't relate it to a particular device. The same recommendation will come in your mobile phone also, or even if you log in somewhere else also, the same recommendation will reflected in your other devices. So in this way, artificial intelligences are used in different ways. Even you can see that many websites are providing chat support. May I help you? A pop-up message will be displayed in many of the websites. It is not possible to provide human intervention all the time, because 90%, it is analyzed that more than 90 to 95% questions that a customer is asking is the same that is asked by any different customer. Rarely 1 or 2% of the customer needs human intervention, but the 90 to 95% of the customer can be handled automatically by the chat support, because those questions are regularly asked by different customers. So if human is sitting to answer those questions, it is useless. Let's say if I am talking the same answer again and again for your different question, then it will make no sense for me, because that can be done by a human, that can be done by a computer also. The only time the human intervention will be needed when the type of question is very critical, or the problem is very critical that cannot be handled by a computer system. Then only we need the actual human intervention. But the 90 or the 95% of the time, the question that is asked by any customer can only be solved by the previous data that the chatbot has. So how the chatbot will work? Chatbot have different set of questions, and according to that, the set of answers is already with it. So whenever you ask something, he matches the question with different types of question bank he has, and the same answer will be provided to you. So in this way, the human support can be decreased as much as possible with the help of artificial intelligence. So I hope it makes sense to you. There is actually a field of science that focus on making human-like intelligence by using combination of hardware and software of a machine. These type of machine can learn from experience and adjust to the new input and perform human-like tasks. As I already told you, that we are providing different types of input to the machine, and machine is analyzing those data and preparing different set of categories, and according to the category, output will be produced by those machines. Since they act like human and made artificial, so they are called artificial intelligence, because machine is providing their intelligence, and it is not a nature provided intelligence. The intelligence is provided by us to the machine, how he can analyze those data and provide output. So that is the reason we call it artificial intelligence. Since we are at the beginning of the artificial intelligence, it's okay to call it machine learning. Actually, machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence, but it's okay if you are saying that machine learning is same as artificial intelligence. So at the beginner level, it is okay, but you need to know that machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence. First, you are providing training sets to the machine, and after that, those machine output will be produced, and in this way, you call it that yes, it is behaving like an artificial intelligence, which is also a branch of artificial intelligence where machine are taught to learn. So I hope machine learning is what is machine learning and artificial intelligence is clear to all of you. So if you can give any of the example where you have find in real world, you can tell me that also. Any one of you. Any real world example where you have seen that, yes, here I have seen artificial intelligence is using by that machine.
Smartwatch.
Smartwatch, right? The smartwatch, you can see that, yes, smartwatch is providing many details. Whenever we are saying that smart city, smart watch, smart mobile, smart TV. So it is machine with internet connectivity and is processing the data. It is also able to take the data and process the data and show the output. Your smartwatch knows about you much more than you. He knows what is your heart rate, your BP, how much steps you have counted, and many more things. So smartwatch is one of the device that you are using right now. So if we talk about how the history of your artificial intelligence evolved, AI evolved. So it started from 1943. There are many years. We will not discuss all of those years, but you should know that artificial intelligence was invented around hundreds of years ago. The first work which is now recognized by AI was done by Warren McClellan and Walter Pitt in 1943. In 1943 paper, they proposed a model of artificial neurons, where the neurons terms come from our brain, where they tried to demonstrate a Turing machine. If you have learned a TOC subject, theory of computation, in your engineering time, so there is a subject named theory of computation, and theory of computation is almost equivalent to your real world this time computer. So hundreds of years back, they were designed a theoretical model of the computer, and that model was termed as Turing machine. It is as much powerful as today's computer. It was able to solve all those problems that can be solved by today's computer. But the only difference was it was only a theoretical model, and right now we have the actual real model, the working model we have. Okay, so the Turing machine program could be implemented on the limited network of formal neurons. So at that particular period of time, they have invented that yes, machine can do some tasks that human can also do. So at that point of time, that was invented, and gradually the journey was still continue. So how AI, artificial intelligence works? So artificial intelligence works in very different domains: cognitive computing, computer vision, machine learning, neural network, deep learning, natural language processing, which is known as NLP. So there is wide range of domains we can say, or we can discuss about artificial intelligence. Let's discuss few of the things so that we will able to understand what is artificial intelligence, and then we will move to IoT part. Okay, so let's discuss 2-3 terms about these technologies. So the first terminology, which is machine learning. Almost we are thinking that yes, machine learning is a part, is like a artificial intelligence, but actually machine learning is a subset. Machine learning is seen as a subdomain of artificial intelligence. It is an application of artificial intelligence that enables the system to automatically learn and improve from the experience without explicit programming. That is the most important point you should note about it. Without explicit programming. What we are doing right now is we are writing a program, and whenever a demand changes, we need to write the program again and again. We need to update our program so that updated version will be able to fulfill our requirement. But it is possible that we can write a program one time only, and machine is upgrading itself without writing any explicit program or without changing the code. Yes, that is known as machine learning. Machine is capable to understand only one part. Let's say if I have created a machine that is able to identify cat. Okay. And after that, dog comes in the picture. And now I need to design my program or a machine so that it can identify a cat also, and it can identify a dog also. But is this possible without changing our code or without writing any another program? Yes, it is possible. If we are using a machine learning technique, we are taking output as a feedback to learn our machine. Let's say if I saw a picture, I told that what type of picture it is, and my machine is identifying those objects and saying, yes, it is a cat. Maybe it is maybe its prediction is right, or maybe its prediction is wrong. Okay, if its prediction is right, then no need to do anything. But if its prediction is wrong, now we need to rectify it. We need to make it correct that it is not a cat, it is a dog. So that input will be given to the machine, and now your machine is trying to differentiate those two pictures, that this type of pictures belong to cat and this type of picture belongs to dog. So in this way, machine is taking output as a feedback and trying to learn itself. This is called machine learning. And that type of program, if you write this type of program, that it comes under the category of machine learning, in which you are taking output as a feedback to learn your machine automatically. That will help your machine to learn itself. The primary goal of machine learning is to allow computer to learn automatically without human intervention. Where human intervention is not needed, where no explicit programming is needed. That type of program, if you're able to write, then yes, that belongs to machine learning. This is the process empowers many services. We today use Netflix, YouTube, Spotify, search engine, Google, all the social media, voice assistant like Siri, Alexa, all of these are using the same type of software. You are able to see that yes, Netflix, YouTube, all are providing suggestions that I already told you. So those type of work is done automatically. And now another terminology comes in the picture is deep learning. Again, deep learning is another subset of machine learning. So deep learning is a subset, and after that, machine learning comes in the picture. So deep learning is a subset of machine learning, and machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence. Okay. So deep learning is seen as a subdomain of machine learning. So deep learning is a subset of machine learning. Deep learning concerned with the algorithm called artificial neural network. Why it is artificial neural network? As I already told you, our brain have neurons. It forms a neural network. And if the similar type of neural network is created by us, then it is known as artificial neural network. So in a similar way, our brain is performing the task or identifying the task or making any decision. The same type of decision is making by a computer software also, or a machine also. Then those type of neural networks can be created by us, and those neural networks are known as artificial neural networks, which were inspired by the information processing and distribution communication nodes in our biological brain system. It is inspired by our brain. In a similar way, our brain is working. We are designing our machine also to behave in a similar way. Deep learning has some architecture such as deep neural network, recurrent neural network, and convolutional neural network, which have been applied to various fields of technology. All the different types of technologies have different types of neural networks. Many times I have seen that students are asking that I want to learn machine learning or artificial intelligence, and they are asking that yes, we can learn it in 2-3 months. It is not possible. Still now, right now also, the work is still happening. Work is right now, everything is not explored. We have explored only few things, and each domain have different types of learning. If you want to work for a computer vision system, then you need to learn different types of technologies or different types of algorithms. A single algorithm will not be applied to all the cases. All the different types of input have different types of categories. Let's say if I want to write a program to analyze the text, then text recognition things will be required. If I want to work on the voice recognition, then voice recognition things will be required. If I want to work on images, then image identification or the image recognition things will be required. So all the different domains will have different types of categories. If you are learning anything, then it is the only one path, and there are many different paths also. But yes, you can explore one path so that you will able to understand how things are working, how things are can be created. Okay. So the computer vision, machine vision, speech recognition, audio recognition, natural language processing, NLP, where you can write anything and the text will be identifying. Let's say if I am writing my name and the same name will be written by Subrat or any one of you, then everyone have different types of writing. But NLP is a technique in which different types of character can be identified. Let's say if I write A, the same A can be written in many different ways by different person, because it depends on your handwriting. Handwriting of all the person in the world may not be the same. But how can a machine can easily identify that yes, if you have written A, then the A written by any different ways or by any different person in any handwriting can be identified easily. That can be done by your NLP. Google has created a very good library known as, I think its name is 𝗧𝗏. So the Google has created it, and it is a very wonderful API. You can explore it. I have worked on it also. Social networking filter, medical images analysis means, let's say any X-ray is taken, so machine is identifying that image, and itself it is identifying which type of disease you have without any human intervention. That can also be possible by image processing. Okay, so these are deep learning concepts. So you can think that neural networks will help to create your deep learning software. So what is neural network? As I already told you, it is a similar type of network which we have in our brain, which is created with the help of neurons. So whenever you give any input, many different layers of hidden layers are already there in our brain. So the similar type of pattern, if we create in our system, it will behave like your neural network. So let's say the first layer is related to your input, and there are many different hidden layers that is going to filter your data one by one. First layer is going to filter your data. Second layer is again going to filter your data. And after filtering your complete input, particular output can be produced. So it is not possible that only one output is going to be produced. There are many set of outputs, and any of the output can be produced depend on filtering those data. So it is like a many-to-many relation. So neural network is a circuit of neurons consisting of artificial neurons or the nodes, and operate on the same principle as human neural cells operate. It is working model is same, theoretical model is same. In these artificial neurons, there are series of algorithms. Means it is not only one algorithm. There are many different of algorithms will be used in each layer. Depends on your work, how you are categorizing those input. And between different underlying variables and process the data as human brain does. So in this way, any input will be provided and many hidden layers will be there, and each layer is differentiating your data and filtering your data one by one so that you will get a desired output. In a similar way, you can say, if I give you an example, then the similar example can be taken as, let's say if I provide a picture, so first it is going to identify that whether in the first layer it is going to identify whether the picture is belonging to a human person or the picture is belonging to an animal. Again, if it is a human person, then the second layer is going to identify which type of human it is. It is a female or it is a male. Again, if it is if the first layer is saying that it is not a human being, it is an animal. So again the second layer is going to identify whether it is a bird or a normal animal. So in this way, different layer is going to filter your data one by one, and in a similar manner, you will identify, okay, this picture belongs to an actor, or this picture belongs to a dog or a cat. So different layers have different types of filtering techniques, because it is not possible to identify any object with a single layer. It is not possible. You need to identify data one by one, categorize it one by one, so that future enhancement can be done in that code also. Okay, so I hope you got a little bit knowledge of artificial intelligence, and there are many things, natural language processing, computer vision, cognitive computing, those terminologies you can explore yourself. So I think now you are done with artificial intelligence. I hope you are able to understand what is artificial intelligence. Let's move to our topic of Internet of Things. So without understanding artificial intelligence, we cannot able to connect it with the IoT. So that's why we have gone through all this journey. Now let's understand, what do you mean by IoT? IoT stands for, IoT stands for Internet of Things. It means internet will be needed. It refers to the interconnected physical devices such as appliances and vehicles that are embedded with software, sensors, and connectivity, which enables these objects to connect and exchange data. What it means is, let's say you have any device which can only perform a particular task. Now, if that device is able to process anything, if it is not able to process anything, it is not an IoT. Okay, let me clear to you that if you have any device and it can perform only one task, then it is not belongs to any IoT. If you are running your fan and it is only giving you the air, then it is not an IoT part. If it is able to analyze something, or if it is able to process something, then only we can consider it as an IoT. It may take any input, and after taking that input, it is going to process that data, and maybe those data will be transmitted to any other device. And again, another device is also able to take those data, process it, and produce different types of results. So if 2, 3, 4, or many of the different devices are connected together to communicate each other, processing those data and giving feedback to one another and perform a particular task, makes Internet of Things. Let's say you have fan, you have tube lights, and many electronic devices are there in your home. And now whenever we are talking about a smartphone, a smart city, a smart mobile, so those devices are smart itself. What it makes it smart? Your normal mobile is only able to make call, but it is not able to process anything or make decisions. Your home is only a simple home if it is not processing any information. So if your device is taking input and processing those information and produce a fruitful result, then those devices will be treated as a smartphone or a smart device. Okay, so IoT is the same thing. If you are connecting your device with internet, taking the information, processing those things, and giving a fruitful result, then it means it is behaving like an IoT device. Okay, so you have different types of sensors in your electronic, you have seen if you are belongs to an electronic, electrical or electronic background, touch sensor is able to identify that whether you have touched that device or not. Speed sensor, temperature sensor is able to identify the room temperature or a temperature change in it. So there are different types of sensors you have, and those sensors can be used in your device to identify different things. And that input will be given to our machine to process anything. Maybe temperature change can be used for identifying any temperature change. Touch sensor can be used that whether anything is near to it. Speed sensor is able to identify the speed. With the help of that, machine is able to identify whether you are traveling in a car, or whether you are traveling in a bus, or whether you are traveling in a cycle. So speed sensor will be able to identify the speed, and with the help of that input, you can identify that, okay, this type of speed range belongs to cycle. This type of speed range belongs to bike. This type of speed range belongs to car. So only that much information will make your device smart. If it is able to identify whether you are traveling with a car or whether you are traveling in a bus or a cycle. So you can make your smart device yourself also. Okay, you can take a small sensor, do some processing, take its output, and those output can be used in any domain. It depends on your thinking, where you can use those output and create another device, and that device will behave like a smart device. I hope you got my point. So a small sensor can be converted or can be attached to a normal device, and combinedly they will create a game-changing task which will be treated as IoT device. So your smart device, IoT, so there are many smart devices you have, as I already told you, your smart watch, your laptop, your mobile phone, camera, many things you have in your home. So how IoT works? So IoT works with, it works togetherly. Let's say if you want to make your home, as I told you that you want to make your home a smart home. So you can take those things and put it together to produce a beautiful result, a fruitful result, you can say, that will help your daily life routine, and it make your daily life routine as easy as possible. Okay, so one thing you may need to create an IoT device, or we can say that three things you will need to create an IoT device. The one is a smart device. You need to have a smart device which can be able to connect with internet and process the information. Second thing, you will need an application that is going to take those information and process it and create a desired result, and a graphical user interface where those results will be displayed. Like let's say you have mobile phone or you have desktop application where those results will be shown. So in this way, by combining these three things, you can create your own IoT application or IoT device. And how those IoT device will improve your life? Obviously, let's say if you have created a smart coffee machine, so whenever an alarm buzzer, it makes understand that, okay, its time is 4 p.m. and you need a coffee. So automatically coffee machine will prepare coffee for you. You may not need to go to the coffee machine and process the button. Automatically the coffee will be prepared whenever an alarm will be buzzed. Or you can create your fridge, smart fridge. Whenever food is not there in the fridge, then your fridge is automatically order your food for you. Let's say if there are ice creams in your fridge, and if you eat those ice creams, so fridge itself identifies that ice cream is not present in the fridge, and it automatically orders the ice cream on behalf of you. Human intervention is not needed. Then again, your life is improved with the help of IoT. You do not worry about the things you have in your home. It can prepare your meal automatically with the help of oven and recommend you what type of food you can eat today. You can use your smartwatch and your car to identify different things. Let's say if you want to go to particular destination and you are using your Google Map. So Google Map showing you how much time will needed to reach that destination, how it can able to identify that particular destination in the precise manner that yes, you will have traffic in that particular region, because it is using GPS and internet together. GPS is able to identify your location and internet is sending your information to the server. So the person who is traveling in front of you is providing the information to the server, and server is sending back those results to you because you are traveling behind it. So if the car which is going in front of you is taking 30 minutes to reach the destination, and after that you are traveling in the same path, then it means that that time will also be reflected to you also. If the person who is traveling in front of you is taking 30 minutes to reach the destination, then you will also need it 30 minutes to reach the destination. And that can be done with the help of GPS and internet. GPS is providing the location and internet is providing sending back the information back to you. So in this way, it is improving our life. And the benefits of this can be seen in businesses also. If you are running any business and you want any innovative ideas, that in that part also you can write your own code to analyze those information. Let's say some application you have created and that application is only be used by Windows user. That application is not used by iOS user, and you have two teams. One team is working on iOS and another team is working on Android. And if you analyze those data and you can find that only Windows user I have and I don't have any iOS user, then why should I work on iOS? Why should I not work on Windows only? So you can convert your entire team from iOS to Windows. So in this way, you can accelerate your business also with the help of IoT. You can increase your security also by monitoring different types of things. You can create your threat detection technique, or you can identify any hacking can be is done by someone else that can be improved by IoT also. And there are many different things out notification or many different things you can use for your business purpose. But with the help of some advantage, there are disadvantages also. We know that there are many advantages of using IoT. It can improve our efficiency. It is automating many things which we are using day by day in our life. Better monitoring and control devices, analyzing data, and cost saving, decision making. These are many advantages. But with the help of with the advantage, there are some disadvantages also. Let's discuss those points also. So after at the end of this session, so the main thing is security concern. Security concern is there when we are dealing with an IoT, because our data is going to the server, and again those information is coming back to us. So when our information is going to server, maybe some hacker hack those information and it can be used in any way. As we know that Aadhaar card information was hacked by some person. So these informations can be used by hackers also. So it is one of the main disadvantage, because IoT works on data, and without transferring data, we cannot create an IoT device. And if we are transferring a data from one place to another, then hacker can hack those data and use it for making any disaster things. Privacy is also an issue, because nothing is private right now. Because if you are sharing any information, it is not private right now. Everything is open to everyone. Dependency on technology. Obviously, if we depend on any particular thing, and let's say some particular period of time that device fails, then all this work will be stopped. Let's say if the recent example we have taken, that MS Office was crashed or MS Microsoft was crashed. So all the things was stopped because everything was dependent on those things. So if the failure occur, everything will be stopped. Complexity increase the maintenance requirement. Obviously, those devices are complex to create, and it needs high maintenance also. High initiative investment also, because it needs high brain. You need to pick those persons who are able to create those things, and the investment will be much more than creating a normal device. If you are creating a normal watch, it is too much cheaper. But if you want to create a smart watch, then the investment will be too high. Limited battery life on some devices. Obviously, the size of the device, you need to be as much small as possible, and if the device size is small, the battery capacity will also be small, and its limit time period will also be small. So these are some disadvantages for IoT, and I hope this session will help you to understand many of the different things related to artificial intelligence and IoT, and how it will change our daily life. So thank you for the today's session. If any one of you want to ask something, then I'm ready to answer it. And thank you so much,
Thank you,
𝗧𝗏,
Prateek,
for
for the
inviting
insightful.
me.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Prateek, for the insightful presentation on IoT. Your expertise and detailed explanation have given us deeper understanding. Now it's time to move into our Q&A session. So anyone wants to ask any question, please feel free to ask.
Okay, so just one question from my end. Am I
Okay.
audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Okay. So the first question is, sir, like, as AI is, AI is getting integrated in each and every part of our life, starting from education to different sectors, right? So do you actually see any upcoming threats, or, for example, if we consider maybe using deepfake, a lot of, especially, on social media, a lot of misuse usage is is going on. So, so what do you think, being a responsible citizen of a country, or being a responsible, tech enthusiast, how we should ensure that, like people around us, or maybe we ourselves, should spread awareness around this AI usage, how responsibly we should be using that, or how we can spread the awareness around it.
Yes,
or what
you
are
have
also
asked.
steps that we can take? Yeah.
Yes. So the steps need to be taken by us only. As a statement you have heard that with the great power, great responsibility comes to us. If you have a power, then it is your responsibility to use it properly. If you are not using it properly, then it will create a disaster for one. Maybe today you are cheating someone else, but maybe at particular period of time, someone else can also cheat you. So as you have given an example of deep fake, so people are creating fake videos and fake images to defend or to defame someone. So that particular thing can happen in your life also. Someone else can apply the same thing to you also, or maybe to your family member or some relatives or anyone else. So if you want to use the things properly, it is up to your hand. It is our responsibility to use the things in a right manner or in a right direction. We can try to control those things at particular period of time, but we all know, as an Indian, we know that we always try to identify the hole in particular thing. We are always trying to identify that yes, there is a hole in this particular location, and we can make it big or we can remove it. It is up to you. So whenever you are trying to identify a particular solution, obviously one particular person will come with another problem also. solution to everything is educate everyone. If everyone is get educated, then the things will be used in right manner. You can use in the right direction also or in the wrong direction also. Yes, you can reduce the thing as much as possible, but always there will be a limitation. And that's why I have discussed the disadvantage of IoT in our session, because that was much more needed. We all know that everything is good, everything is looking very beautiful, but there are some things we need to control by educating everyone. We need to educate everyone as much as possible that yes, you have power, but you need to use that power in creative domain, not in disastering or creating any disaster. So I hope I'm able to answer you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much, sir. So much. And maybe, Prateek, you
Okay.
can stop sharing your screen. Maybe we can have a one-on-one face-to-face discussion.
Yes, yes. Thanks. Yes.
Team, anyone has any questions?
Yeah, Prateek, I have a question from my side. How can we IoT implement in our IT industry, and what are the challenges we will face, and how to overcome this? Yeah.
The thing is, if you want to implement anything in your IT domain, you can you can start with creating any small projects or small things. And many of the challenges you will see in your domain. The first challenge you will see that to create a particular device, or if you want to use IoT in your sector, you need to identify the corner cases. You need to identify the particular set of input and what type of output will be produced and how those outputs can be used in your work. How you can simplify your work, or how you can use those outputs to solve your problem. Because if you want to create a device, or if you want to use IoT in your field, you need to identify the output and how that output can be used to solve your problem. A small example is, if you want coffee at particular period of time, it is a problem, because whenever you are going to the CCD, or if you want to go to a coffee vending machine, it is killing your time. So if you want to automate it, if you can automate it, then it will help you in solving your problem. So this is the small example. You can use that thing in different sectors. It is an IT or any other field also.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you for inviting me, and I hope the session will help you in your future also.
Yes, Prateek. Try Sanjay, any question?
No questions. But Prateek, thank you so much for coming in. The session was very informative, and I'm sure people enjoyed it. We will also put this recording into our official channel. So I hope our followers also would take benefit out of it. So thank you very much for
Yes,
your
yes,
time
sure.
today.
Same here.